Hi everyone, it's another match day in the city of Rio. Nigeria versus Rwanda played at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium. A lot of vendors were on ground to sell their articles, cards, and other things that the football fans will need. As you can see, we had thousands of football supporters who thronged to the stadium to support their darling team, the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Yeah, stand proud, cheer loud. This was when the gate was open and thousands of football fans trooped into the stadium to watch this very important make or break encounter. Yeah, that's when the match commenced. You can see the Super Eagles of Nigeria in position, trying to make headway. That was a, a defensive move, a very dangerous defensive move. The Super Eagles of Nigeria were still in possession. I must say the first half was not very interesting because the the Rwandans came. It's like their game plan was to get a draw from this match. So they were very defensive from the beginning of the game. They weren't offensive. They were just comfortably defending and frustrating the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And you see them, they were hardly out of their own half, They were very comfortable playing their own half. Or alternatively, I think the game plan was also to do a quick counter, as you can see in this one, but that was not strong enough. That wasn't strong enough. All right, so here again, the Super Eagles trying to make headway. That was a cross. Oh, VO9, can he do it? No, he was pushed down. He was pushed down. Okay, Nigeria still in position. No, that was an off-target strike. An off-target strike. Okay, here is the Rwandan coming again. That was the cross. They're trying to get to the right flank. A quick move there. Can he cross it? No, that was blocked. Okay, that's a foul. A foul to the advantage of the Rwandans. Let's see what they can do. It's a free kick. It's a pull-in. It's a pull-in from there. Yeah, Nigerian goalkeeper shines there. This really necessary from the Nigerian goalkeeper? I think he was warned by the referee at this point. He was very energetic. This D showed a lot of energy, a lot of charisma. Okay, so the ball is now in the Rwandan's half. Yeah, trying to make some dribbles, some quick passes. They're still in position. How do you play this? How do you play this? Okay, it's a foul. It's a foul. Okay. Again, the Rwandans are in advantage. Trying to see if they can make a headway. And oh no. One thing I must really acknowledge is that the Nigerian defense today was intact. I must give it to Eric Ten Hag. His defense, the the goalkeeper barely even had a good test from the Rwandan team. You know, so I think the defense here did a great job. They really covered uh, their goalkeeper. And again, this is where there was an altercation between the Nigerian goalkeeper again with a Rwandan player. I think a Nigerian player was down and the goalkeeper was trying to say, "Ref, why are we playing on when one of my team members is down?" And then it degenerated into a brawl, and then they almost exchanged blows. And I think the referee did the needful, yes, at this point, because when there is an act of indiscipline on the pitch, yeah, the players have to be cautious. So I think both players were shown a yellow card. booking. At this point, the Nigerian goalkeeper knew he had to calm down because any further booking will mean he'll be sent off. Alright, so Nigerians still trying to see if they can break the deadlock defense the Rwandan belt. It was as if the Rwandan team packed all the 11 players in their own half to ensure that the Nigerians cannot even penetrate. Okay, that's BO9. Very frustrated. This was the injury that actually led to him being substituted because I think he's the medical team trying to give him some attention, but yeah, he actually stood up and then played for a few more minutes and then he opted to be substituted. We're happy that he has acknowledged that the injury was not so severe, but he was trying to avoid it degenerating into something very serious. That he promised he will be back soon, but I doubt if he was going to be available for the clash against South Africa on Tuesday. I really doubt. I think he won't make the team to South Africa on Tuesday because of that injury. So the Nigerians will have to play without their star boy Victor Osimhen. But I think they can still pull out something. But can the Nigerian team actually go to South Africa and beat South Africa? Well, in football, nothing is impossible. But I think if that should happen, they really have to up their game. Because the way they play was, for me, it's not very convincing enough to believe that they can actually go to South Africa and defeat South Africa in their home soil. That sounds like it sounds beyond belief, but it's football. Anything can happen, anything can happen. Yeah, that's Nigerian trying to see if they can have a breakthrough. Oh no, that was way off. The Rwandans are now in possession again. Yeah, the Rwandans again. That's Nigerians. They are trying to do. Oh, that was a shot there, but intercepted by the goalkeeper. I must give it to this Rwandan goalkeeper. He was extremely effective. He did some very classy saves that, if not for him, I think the Rwandans would have considered up to 3 to 4 goals. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, up to 3 to 4 goals. He did some very great saves. I must commend him. This is a very great goalkeeper. Okay, yeah, the Nigerians were still in possession. Of course, the Nigerians were majorly in possession of the ball because the Rwandans they came to defend. They didn't come to play. They were just very comfortable defending and defending and defending. They were playing a very defensive football from the first minute. They weren't really offensive. Oh, this is Victor Osimhen again going down. And at this point, I think it was obvious that he could not continue on the pitch. And so he had to be substituted to avoid the injury degenerating into something more severe. And a lot of fans were already lamenting, oh, Champions League. What's going to happen? Champions League. Oh, this injury is not going to be one that would lead to him being bad. That was the concern of the fans. But I think from what he said, he's going to be back soon, better and stronger. So we wish him a speedy recovery because it's not easy, sacrificing for your nation and the process, being injured, even having to miss your club side matches. it's a big blow for not just the national team but also his club side Galatasaray, who has spent the whooping 75 million to sign him from Napoli recently. So that's the Nigerian team again. Yeah, trying to. Oh, you will be. Yeah. That was a great shot. That was a great shot. I wish we could see that again. That was a great shot saved by the goalkeeper yet again. No, the Nigerian team still in possession of the match. Yeah, doing some quick passes. Yeah. Oh, that's. But I don't know. Why is it that when you watch Nigerian players who play their football in Europe, they're always very pacey. Most of the teams they play very pacey football. But when we come to the national team, our pattern of play is always this very slow and steady kind of approach. We are not always forceful. I don't know. I don't know. Is it in the DNA of the Nigerian national team that we cannot play pacey football, like we see in with Arsenal or Barcelona. We are not always that pacey. Our games are always very somehow. Sometimes we see our players just walking on the field. They walk and walk and walk, and then they make just few quick moves. But these are the same players who will be running in their club sides. So I don't know. It could be that it's my personal observation, though I don't know if it's the instruction of the coach, but every successive coach is always like that. African football, we are not always very pacey, and the pace had some play to the game. Oh, that's a quick one. No. That should be a foul. Wow. Well, at this point, the fans, you can see the fans were still excited. It's still very early on in the game. They were still very hopeful that something was going to happen. I think this was still in the early hours of the first half, about 30 minutes or thereabout. So they were very optimistic that, their darling team, the Super Eagles, was going to put a smile on their faces. So they were very optimistic and hopeful. Yeah, that's Nigerian goalkeeper making another save. Okay, they decided to start from the back to see if the Rwandans will come out. Since they are not coming out, let's see if we can play them a little bit from our half and see if we can open up a little bit so the Nigerian team can penetrate. But all the same, yeah, Rwandan goalkeeper caught that. He caught that. Alright, so that has a free kick. Yeah, that's a quick pull out. Rwanda still in possession. Yeah. Oh no, that's a foul. That's a foul. That's a foul, yeah. I think that's a free kick. Okay. The referee has marked the position. This is a very sweet position. Oh. It's a scoring position. Can it? Oh, no, the keeper caught it. The goalkeeper caught it. That's a very sweet position. There are some players that you don't allow them to have a free kick in that kind of location. Yeah. Nigerian team is trying to make headway. Nigerian team again. They're pushing. Okay. The Rwandans have got their back in position. Nigeria now laying a pass. Nigeria still in possession. Nigeria still in position, close to the 18-yard box. This is. No. The Rwandans have the match back. So at this point, you could see that the fans were already becoming frustrated. This was close to the end of the first half, and the fans were no longer smiling. Everybody was like, "What's happening? Come on, it's almost half time." Okay, then the second half commenced. You could see the Nigerian players rather, they had to go spiritual. They had to pray, but the question I ask is: does God really listen to uh, prayers of football team? The Rwandan team will play, the Nigerian team will pray. The Rwandan team will pray, the Nigerian team will pray. Who will God listening to? So imagine you are a father and then you have two children and both of them are praying for you to help them win. As a loving father, would you intervene? So for me, I just feel the prayer thing in football, during football matches, is just a formality. It doesn't really count. What counts is how good is your team, how good is your game plan, your tactics. That's what really counts. But okay, let's see. I think Nigerians came out and I think they were better off in the second half compared to the first half. They played a better game in the second half. They were more in possession. Yeah, they're still in possession, as you can see. They were more forceful. They were more hungry. At this point, it was obvious that if you don't win this game, then your chances of going to World Cup 2026 is completely finished. Winning this game will give you hope. At least you still have hope. If the Nigerians had lost this match, it would have been that would be the end of the road for them. So they knew it, and then the players had to be more hungry, especially because the Rwandans were not really helping matters. They were not coming out to play. They were just there, locking up everywhere. The Rwandans. I think they are tied on the lock in the group. You have I think you have South Africa, you have Benin Republic, you have Rwanda, and then Nigeria is fourth. Also been they just needed a draw in Nigeria, and they were very cool with that. So that's why they were not really offensive. Their game plan was just to defend. And the Nigerians knew that they badly needed a goal. Oh, that was a strike, but again intercepted by the Rwandans. You can see the Rwandans were backing their defense. No lapses, they were backing their defense. Yeah, so alright, so okay, that's Nigerians again in possession. Yeah, quick pass. Yeah, still in possession. Nigeria still in possession. Oh no. That's it. They lost that. Okay, they won it back. Okay, still in possession. They are trying to operate from both flanks. Now we're in the left flank. Okay, as a quick cross. Is this a cross that led to the goal? Yes, that is the goal. That is the goal. So that's the replay. Yes, that's the replay. Oh, that's a good one. A cross again, and a shot from there. That's Tolu. Yeah, Tolu buried it finally into the goal. You could see the fans. The stadium erupted. The fans were super excited. Their long-awaited goal has finally arrived. The anxieties have been allayed. Their fears have been laid to rest. So this was an exciting moment for the Nigerian fans. And at this point, the Rwandans knew that, oh, come on, we need to come out a little bit to play to see if we can get an equalizer. At least make it 1-1, because Nigerian team have in recent pasts, sometimes they like conceding in dying minutes. Few minutes to the match, they could be winning 1-0 before you know it is 1-1. And so the Rwandans knew that, and they were trying to see, okay, let's see if we can pull out something. But it wasn't really working for them this time, because the moment they tried to come out, defense became more porous, and then the Nigerians were attacking again, and that's their goalkeepers saving the day yet again. Okay, the Rwandans now in possession. That's a quick pull out, and he controlled that. Oh yeah, Nigeria is now in possession. Nigerians had no energy. One goal was like, oh, can we get one more so that we can be sure, even if these guys equalize one, or at least we have two, and make it 2-1. But it will be very painful that after fighting so hard to score a goal, and then before you realize it's being equalized at the dying minute. That was a great attempt, great shot from there. Imagine that. Two saves back to back. First striker, the keeper saved the ball. Second striker again, the keeper saved the ball. I think this guy deserved to have been awarded the most valuable player, man of the match, because the guy really saved the day for the Rwanda. That goalkeeper is good. He did an amazing work, I must confess. Okay, that's the ball again, still in the Rwanda half. I don't understand. How can you, a defender, instead of clearing the ball out, you want to dribble in your 18 box? How do you do that? The Nigerians have a throw in now. A long throw it's going to be right inside the 18 box. Oh no. Intercepted by the Rwanda. Can he do a quick run? And they do a counter. Still in possession. Oh no. That's the Nigerian goalkeeper. He's saying this one is too easy for me. So here comes the Rwandans again. Yeah. They're trying to make a headway. They're intercepted by the Nigerians. That is the close one. No. That was a big shot. That was a very big cross. I don't know why he didn't contest the game from there. The Rwanda has had a corner kick at this point. What can they do from this? Nice pull out. That was close. Caught by the Nigerian goalkeeper. That's a pull out. Yeah. Nigeria still in possession now. Still in possession. That was a cross, nice cross, a header from there. What are you? I not. Oh no. This should have been a goal. This should have been a goal, but I think the striker just he wasted a lot of time. The danger is not yet over. Oh, that's a free kick again. That is a free kick. This time, this position is very lovely. This position is a very lovely position. Nice cross intercepted by the goalkeeper. Yeah, that's the Rwandan. They're pushing ahead, looking for an equalizer. Oh, that's a throw. Oh, this is a nice view of the Gospel International Stadium. You can see the clouds were already building up. That's a beautiful view, I must admit. Alright, the Rwandans are still in position. Nice dribble. What a shot from there. The goalkeeper was too alert to let that one in. Alright, Rwandans again in possession. Oh, that's a quick dribble. The pull out from there, intercepted by the Nigerian goalkeeper yet again. Nigeria has finally won the match 1-0. Congratulations to the Super Eagles. Congratulations to the Super Eagles of Nigeria.